We're finally reaching the end of the year, and with that comes our most awaited season, the one known for consistently delivering some of the best shows of the year, and that in just the last 2 years has graced us with shows like Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, Spy Family, 100 Girlfriends, Bocchi the Rock, Eminence in Shadow, Mob Psycho Season 3, Chainsaw Man, and last but not least, More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers. Damn. The blockbuster season, also known as the fall season. Takuya and Rika both work at the same travel agency. They're both social outcasts who barely interact with their colleagues, but when their company announces they will be relocating one of their unmarried employees to Alaska, they decide that maybe it's better if they got married. Sure, cause that seems like a completely sane decision to me. If you've been following the channel so far, you probably already know that I need my seasonal dose of cute and diabetic romance, so I don't really need to say anything. You know I'm watching it. Who knew we'd be getting a brand new Ranma remake in 2024? I honestly am not one of the people who got to watch it growing up, so I'm not really watching it because of nostalgia, but I've definitely heard about it before, and I feel like it'll be a very light and fun weekly watch. Kana Sakuragi has terrible luck, and somehow, despite her being more than qualified, even after interviewing for over 15 companies, she still hasn't got an offer. But it seems like luck is finally on her side, when a monster crashes her interview and she finds herself helping a magical girl in order to survive. Maybe this fateful encounter is what will finally change her life. This is a weird one for me. Despite the good animation, the trailers didn't blow me away, and it doesn't really seem like my type of story. But still, I know this placed third in the next manga awards in 2022, so I feel inclined to give it a shot. I've also heard it isn't really about the magical girls, but more of a workplace comedy, so who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. This is basically the story on if Yor from Spy Family became a maid and fell in love with her master. Seems like it has a highly saturated plot, but it seems cute, you know, and for me, that might as well mean it's a must-watch. Now, the first season of Shangri-La really caught me by surprise. It wasn't even in the list of anime I was planning to watch for that season, but after that first week where everyone was raving about it, you'll know if you were there. I couldn't just ignore it. The premise is very interesting, and it really feels like everyone involved is actually a gamer. It's a really immersive story with interesting plot lines, and I'm hoping it expands on that in this next season. Tsunehiro lives his days in depression, not knowing how his life ended up how it is, and after being told by his doctor he only has 2 years left to live, he gambles all his money away and consequently finds himself in a huge amount of debt. One day, while being chased by debt collectors, he ends up falling into the sea, where he is saved by a strange group of fishers. Little did he know, that encounter would end up being a turning point in his soon-to-be expired life. I'll be completely honest, I could say I'm here for the fishing, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who's seen this thumbnail. It was all over my recommended on YouTube. So maybe I'm a simp, but you know I'm watching it. But jokes aside, this one looks like a really cute and comfy story about how this guy deals with the end of his life, and I feel like it might be one to look out for. Now, this one really made waves in the anime community, after a girl started a fundraiser on Kickstarter to fulfill her dream of creating an anime, and managed to raise a whopping $67,918. More than doubling her original goal. Since then, the first episode was posted on YouTube and ended up inspiring this. So now, that same girl alongside Thrift Studios are tasked with turning it into a full-fledged anime. I was never the biggest fan of Mecca, I know, unpopular opinion, but just through the sheer passion and love put into this project, I'm thinking this one might surprise us all. And maybe this is just the start of an incredible story. Anime! This seems like one of the most interesting new anime of the season, especially for someone like me who's such a geek for astronomy. I'm genuinely intrigued. It's basically Galileo the anime. It's based in Poland and set in a time where new ideas aren't welcome, and tells the story of a regular scholar who gets pulled into a path of curiosity and groundbreaking discovery. Apart from the big hitters, this is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, and that is saying a lot. Now, this is arguably the biggest horror manga to come out of Japan. I wouldn't know how good it is cause I still haven't read it. Please don't kill me. I actually have a physical copy of the manga, but I just never got around to reading it. So I guess I'll be experiencing it for the first time through the anime. The way they use the black and white in the trailer seems like a very bold and innovative choice to me, so I'm very excited. Blue Lock aired 2 years ago alongside the World Cup, and to be honest, it was pure hype. And this time around, I'm hoping for another turn your brain off dumb fun kind of show. And as a real football fan, yes, you heard me right, football, I'm really looking forward to it. Now, surely I wasn't the only one surprised by the quality of the new Bleach anime, right? I was always a fan of Bleach, but at the same time, it was always the weaker of the big three, and I never did feel incredibly attached to anything Bleach related. Oh, except for this. But I was blown away by the quality of animation of this adaptation of the last arc. The stakes are as high as they can possibly be, and I'm thoroughly enjoying the plot development so far. So again, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sure this one doesn't need any introduction. For me, this is the second best isekai there is, and many people would even argue it is number 1. But whether you think it is number 1 or 2, yes, those are the only options, its quality is undeniable. It's one of the most popular anime right now, and I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, myself included. Blue Box is my personal favorite romance manga, and for me, the next romance to join the upper echelon of goated shows like Kaguya-sama and Dangers in My Heart. I think I've really said enough in my video about the manga, so check it out! But it's a sweet diabetic romance mixed with just the right dose of sports, which for me creates just the perfect blend of what both a great romance and sports manga should do. Now, another show I've made a video on. Come on, just check it out! Dandan is my top pick for this season, and as I've said before, my best shot for the next number 1 on Mal, even though Freerun has set such a high standard that right now it is hard to imagine it ever being overtaken. It is a crazy mystery, horror, romance, and comedy that you're not expecting if you haven't read the manga, with an incredible cast and plot lines that will leave your jaw on the floor. Okay, so to be honest, by the time I'm recording this, the first episode for most shows is already out, since I'm late again, of course. But I must say, I'm over the moon. It's just a different feeling when you're a manga reader, and get to see the work you love so much get adapted well. I'd imagine it's like watching your kids finally growing up, and I'm really looking forward to everyone being able to experience the things I've been raving about for years in anime format. But either way, these were all the anime I'm going to be watching this season, so I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time.